KCOG and Hazel Rocket Productions proudly present The Pitch. All the local sports and a little bit more with your hosts Russ Ocker and Chad Lee Koestner. And now here's The Pitch.
Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Pitch Sports Show on KCOG Centerville. I'm Russ W, the host. Along with me tonight, as always, is the Hall of Famer Chad Koestner and Josh Price. And we've got several guests ready to go tonight. We've got a big show for you tonight here on the pitch as we are coming up on homecoming week here in Centerville. We'll begin to talk about that a little bit. And we've got football, volleyball, cross country, all sorts of great things to talk about here on the pitch tonight. We'll take a break. We'll come back with more on Hy-Vee's The Pitch right after this.
Henley Dental in Centerville offers a full range of dental services, from regular exams to dental
Hi, I'm
cosmetics.
Taylor Mr. Titch.
Henley
I'm a
Dental
senior
can help
tailback
with
for
your
the Centerville
dental
Big
needs.
Reds.
Call
Make sure you come support us on Friday night. If you can, make sure you turn into KCOG. Go get a Big Reds.
They offer Clear Correct and porcelain veneers to help make that smile look better. And Dr. Nick Henley would like to remind you of the importance of scheduling a regular exam. You should have your teeth examined and cleaned every 6 months. To schedule your exam today, call 856-4103. That's 856-4103. Dr. Nick Henley at Henley Dental, 203 West Washington in Centerville.
There's no place like home, and there's no place like Northside Insurance to insure your home. We're your hometown insurance agency, which means we know you by name and will take time to understand your insurance needs. We can also help with your other insurance, such as auto, boat, farm, and business. Together with Allied Insurance, we'll design the insurance package that fits your needs. Call us today at 856-3333.
Quote to claim, we take care of you. Northside Insurance.
They don't build cars like they used to, and they don't repair them like they used to either. Today's vehicles contain advanced, lightweight materials and safety features like crumple zones and airbags that help protect your family. Repairing them properly after a collision requires up-to-date training. RK Auto Body has it. We're among only 10% of shops to meet the industry's highest training standards as a gold-class business. When you pick a collision repair shop, make the smart choice for your family's safety. Choose gold-class trained repair professionals. Choose RK Auto Body. RK Auto Body is located at 21317 Highway J46 Centerville, or call them at 641-856-2500. Founded in 1864, the Daily Hy-Vee is one of the oldest businesses in Centerville. Keep up on local news, sports, and all community events by reading the Daily Hy-Vee. You'll also find them online at dailyhywegian.com. That's dailyhywegian.com, where you'll find the latest in local news and much more. Subscribe today by calling 856-6336. That's 856-6336. The Daily Hy-Vee, the newspaper that cares about Appanoose County.
You're listening to KCOG Centerville, the Pitch Sports Show. And I'm Russ Ocker, and we've got a big show for you tonight. I want to thank all of our fine sponsors who make the show possible each and every week. Of course, our presenting sponsor, Hy-Vee, also RK Auto Body, the Daily Hy-Vee, Jim Ireland Menswear, Crook Insurance, the Flower Teak, Henry Ortman at the Annuity Shop, Thomas Funeral Home, Chico Construction, Northside Insurance, The Preserve on Rafton Lake, Henley Dental, J&L Flooring, Power Insurance for their Hall of Fame Challenge, and our presenting sponsor, Hy-Vee. Coming up on the show, Amy Reinhardt joins us to talk about the big event coming up Sunday, the Jersey Auction and Chili Feed coming up Sunday. They always kicks off homecoming week around here, and we've got a big week coming up next week, so we're going to talk plenty about that as well. Also on the show, Taylor Hendricks is our In the Box segment. Matt Krusage will talk cross country, and we have Coach Diddy Whitlow to talk about his undefeated Mohawks. Tom Hill to talk about the Redettes, and Coach Chuck Evans to talk Big Red football. It's a busy night on the pitch. We're back after this.
Hello, this is Billy Thomas of the Thomas Funeral Home. Have you considered the benefit of advanced funeral planning? You plan for your first car, your first home, your children's college, and your retirement. Planning makes sense. Guaranteed pricing, peace of mind, and the alleviation of stress on your family are just a few of the benefits of advanced funeral planning. Please feel free to pick up the phone or stop by the funeral home with any questions regarding advanced funeral planning.
Call the Thomas Funeral Home in Centerville at 856-4321 or in Bloomfield at 664-2353. Chico Construction provides a complete line of excavating equipment for all your water, sewer, and building needs. Whether it be residential, commercial, or agricultural, Chico Construction can help. Serving Centerville and Southern Iowa for more than 40 years. Call Dave McCann at Chico Construction, 895-1980. That's Dave McCann at 895-1980. Chico Construction. For all your excavating needs, remember,
McCann can.
Sales and Associates Cook Insurance in Centerville and Corridon is proud to be a part of the Pitch Sports Show. Give Sales and Associates a call today at 888-767-0239. That's 888-767-0239. Call them locally in Centerville at 856-3375. That's 856-3375. For all your insurance needs, call Sales and Associates Cook Insurance in Centerville and Corridon. Seasons are changing and winter will be here before we know it. So what are you waiting for? It's time to play some golf. Lots of golf before winter. Call the Preserve on Rathbun Lake at 724-1400. That's 724-1400. The Preserve on Rathbun Lake is Southern Iowa's premier 18-hole championship golf course. It is a beautiful facility, and they have a full-stocked pro shop as well. So you can not only play your best, but you can look your best, and you can have the finest equipment available. The Preserve on Rathbun Lake. Call 724-1400.
You're listening to The Pitch on KCOG Centerville, presented by your local Hy-Vee store. And Chad Lee is with us now, and also Josh Bryce to talk about all things Hy-Vee. Josh, what's going on out here?
Well, we got a whole bunch of great stuff. We got a great 3-day sale, Thursday, Friday, Saturday this week. We have Jack's Pizzas for just $1.99, C&H Pure Cane Sugar for just $1.88, Frick's Sliced Ham Portions or Shanks, 99 cents a pound. We also have Cheetos or Fritos, just $1.69, and Hy-Vee Pasta select varieties, just 77 cents.
And talk to me a little about your online shopping now.
Yeah, Aisles online.
Okay.
Aisles online. You can go to Hy-Vee.com and search our store or any Hy-Vee store really, and do your grocery shopping online. All you have to do is pick the items, and it gives us about a 4-hour window. You can either pick them up or have them delivered, your choice. All orders over $100 are free. Anything under $100 is $2.95 for pickup and $4.95 for delivery.
And the Fuel Saver is a whole new ball game nowadays.
Yeah, they are new Fuel Saver Plus Perks program. It's the same Fuel Saver. You can still get the same discounts. It works the same way as the pump, but now you can enter into win drawings and sweepstakes. You can win anything from a bottle of water to a trip or a home makeover or whatever it may be. There's all kinds of different contests and different things going on. So, yeah, every time you swipe your Fuel Saver card, usually you're entered to win great new contests.
Did I win the Camaro? Let's see.
Not that I'm aware of.
No, I haven't got the phone call yet.
Yeah, me neither. I'm still here, so obviously I didn't win it. Yeah.
Chadley, tell us about this Big Red football team. Give us the first look at this week's game. We got to go all the way up near Minnesota to play. And what do we know about North Polk?
Oh, North Polk, offensively, they like to spread you out for 4 wide receivers, sometimes 5. They'll spread you out, throw the ball kind of all over the place, but they do like to run a little quarterback pure option out of it. So we're going to have our hands full off or defensively, but we got a good game plan intact, and I think the boys are ready to go.
All right, and we'll have plenty more on Big Red football later on in the show when Coach Chuck Evans joins us. We're going to grab a break. When we come back, Amy Reinhardt joins us to tell us about what's going on this Sunday. It's kind of the kickoff to homecoming, chili feed and jersey auction and all that fun stuff. She'll give us the rundown on that when we come back on Hy-Vee's The Pitch.
This is Henry Ortman at the Annuity Shop in Centerville. Since the summer of 1987, I have been helping people with their IRA investments. I have many clients that contribute money into an IRA on a monthly basis, but I also have many retired clients that are receiving money on a monthly basis to help pay bills. That's called cash flow. Having an adequate amount of cash flow is very important. I give people monthly cash flow from their employees' retirement plans. We put the money into an IRA and then set up a systematic withdrawal plan that can be sent directly into your bank account. It's safe and convenient. I have many safe options for your retirement plan distribution from your employer. I'm Henry Ortman at the Annuity Shop in Centerville. I've been in business since 1987.
Hey, sports fans, did you know that Jim Ireland Menswear on the Square in Centerville has a nice selection of Big Reds, Hawkeyes, Cyclones, and even UNI apparel? That's right. If you're looking to show your team spirit, check out Jim Ireland Menswear on the south side of the Centerville Square. You'll find golf shirts, jackets, caps, and sweatshirts, all with your favorite team logos and all at Jim Ireland Menswear. Jim Ireland Menswear on the south side of the Centerville Square, open Monday through Thursday 9 to 5:30, Fridays 9 to 7, and Saturdays 9 to 5.
The Flower Teak in Centerville is your one-stop shop for all your floral needs. We carry a large selection of fresh-cut flowers, green plants, memorial stones, candles, wreaths, barn quilts, and other great gift ideas. We provide fast, same-day delivery and treat you as our #1 customer. Whether you are planning a large event such as a wedding or simply know someone needing cheering up, we can help. Let our friendly staff help you choose the right flowers or gift to fit your needs. Flower Teak on the northeast corner of the Centerville Square. Call 437-4131, visit flowerteak.com, or find us on Facebook.
Nothing brings out the warmth and style of your home like new flooring. J&L Flooring in Centerville is family-owned and operated, and they're located on the east side of the Centerville Square. Give them a call today at 856-6331. That's 856-6331. J&L Floor Covering carries a complete line of floor coverings at the most competitive prices, and they hire only the most qualified professional installers. Call J&L Flooring today at 641-856-6331. That's 856-6331.
We're talking local sports a little bit more on Hy-Vee's The Pitch, and this is a busy time of year because next week is homecoming, and so it kind of kicks off this Sunday night with chili feed and jersey auction. Chad, I know that you can do some damage to a bowl of chili. Okay, yes, I can, but you're no slouch, you're no slouch yourself. I can make the closest soup to a meal that you can get. Right. We always argue. But I always like to have a sandwich with my chili. You do not cornbread in and of itself. Even with cornbread, that's still not a meal. Just an appetizer. Okay. So this soup and a salad, it's an appetizer. It's right there in the appetizer section. It's not in the sandwich section. It's not in the dinner section. It's not in the lunch section. We threw a sandwich with it. What about a grilled cheese sandwich? Yeah, that's something. Now we can make a meal of it. That's right. All right, well, I'm going to make a meal of it Sunday night. At Chili Feed, Amy Reinhardt is here now to tell us all about that. Amy, give us the rundown on what is, I guess, the kickoff to homecoming week.
Okay, Sunday, October 4th at Lakeview in the cafeteria, we will have chili and chicken noodle soup served from 4:30 to 6. It will be served by the football team. They will be serving, waiting on the table, taking your order, cleaning up. Everything is donated, all the food. The classes are divided up into what they're supposed to bring. So it's a free will donation, and all the proceeds go towards the football program.
Okay. And so do you know what the breakdown is for the classes? So who's bringing what? So we might get an idea of who's bringing. I know the freshmen have desserts. I've been told that.
Freshmen have desserts. Let's see. Seniors are off the hook.
Oh, okay.
Juniors are saltine, crackers, and cheese.
All right. Cheese and crackers. For the juniors. Who's bringing the soups? Is that the sophomores or is that just, whoever?
Parents.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what the sophomores are bringing.
Okay. And so we've got chili and chicken noodle, and then other years I've been down there sometime. I think Dave McCann made a minestrone one time, so you never know what you might find on that trip. So it's at Lakeview.
Yep.
And free will donation. So we come in and we have the soup, and there'll be desserts. Then what else is going on? I know there's things that this is a big fundraiser.
Yes, this is our biggest fundraiser. During the meal, there'll be freshman, sophomore special edition T-shirts laid out on the table. They'll all be signed. They're shirts specifically made for this, and those will be a silent auction from 4:30 to 6. So you can just sit on those, and then there'll be a live auction starting at 6:15. There's it looks like 7 to 10 different items to be auctioned off.
Are they doing the jersey auction thing though too?
Yes.
Okay.
They came up this year with special edition jersey. So the person that actually buys it gets to keep it. It is a jersey, but it was specially made for the auction.
They look pretty nice too.
Yeah,
I've seen a picture of them.
Yeah, really good job.
And they look very nice.
Yeah.
So,
and I think they'll be signed. I think that's what the kids are doing tonight, is signing everything.
they're supposed to be doing that
Supposed
tonight.
to be doing that tonight.
So this is where we get to keep these
We get
things.
to keep them. Yep.
Now, but is it okay? So, but that's just the upperclassmen, is that
That's
right?
juniors and seniors.
Ah, I see. Now you have a son who's a
I have a junior.
junior. So Chad and I need to get our bid against you a little bit, or
I don't think so.
no? Okay. Hopefully with this junior, she went out and got the toilet out of my front yard. Now,
I'm not in charge of that.
All right, what's going on with that though? What can you tell me about the toilets that I'm
That's
seeing
junior
there?
class.
Fundraising. Okay, well you
junior
have
class.
a junior, so tell me about that. What are we raising money for?
Junior prom.
All right. How does this work?
So you contact Missy Rosenberg. You tell her you want to flush someone. One of our pretty decorated toilets can be placed in your yard, or whoever's yard you choose, flush for $20. A person then has to contact Missy again and pay $20 to have it removed and placed in someone else's yard.
Or if you don't get that done in a timely fashion, they give you a call and say, "Hey, would you like that out of your yard?" Because that's the phone call I've received today. Yeah, I noticed you seem to like yours because it's been down there for a while. Apparently, I hadn't around it. Yeah, I hadn't got around to it, but I went ahead and paid for the insurance, so I would not get it back. That's an extra $20. So I said I would gladly do that.
If someone really wants to get you good, they can override the insurance.
No, she didn't tell me that. $100 though.
She didn't tell me that.
Nobody dislikes you that much, do they? I'm sure there's some people. Surely there's nobody out there that would cough up $100 to flush you a kid, is there?
No, but probably a few of my friends.
Okay.
It's a fun fundraiser. The kids are having fun. They're being toilet ninjas, as we call them, and they're sleeping around at night.
Yes, this kind of happens.
Moving toilets.
Yes.
So.
I can't imagine what would be
99.7 KCOG Centerville.
Okay, so give us the scoop one more time on the Big Chili Feed. That's this Sunday.
This Sunday, 4:30 to 6, is the meal, jersey auction, live auction. We also have pictures, class photos, team photos, autograph footballs, the 9/11 paper hat, a big red helmet, and we have a really cool, it's a special edition picture that someone took of the flag hanging over Paul Johnson Field with the football lights on paper hat night. So we have one picture of that. Those will all be auctioned off.
Outstanding. And the proceeds go to the football parents.
Football parents, so we can recondition helmets, recondition coaches' headsets. We bought a new water cooler for the boys this year. There's new sideline benches. And then we also pay for meals for the teams for the away games, so they don't have to stop on the way home from the game.
All right, and since you are here right in front of us, rather than get the scoop second or third hand, what is the latest medical diagnosis or the scoop on your son, Trey, who's been out since the first game?
Yeah, he will not be playing this Friday. Saw the doctor on Monday. He's back at practice at 75%, so he's just running drills. He's not allowed any contact right now. He's going to build into that as long as his knee feels okay. And then hopefully by homecoming games, he'll be back.
I'll tell you a little inside story on Trey, though. The other day, we're doing some tackling drills, and Trey tried to sneak in there, and we're like, Trey, seriously, come on. So he's anxious. He's ready to go. I know he's fired up, ready to go. He was really looking forward to coming back this week, but unfortunately, we don't want to take a chance of hurting his knee anymore. So
we'll look forward to getting them back next week.
All right. Amy Reinhardt, thanks so much for stopping out. We'll look forward to the big chili feed.
Thank you.
This is The Pitch on KCOG Centerville. When we come back, we'll have our In the Box segment. Taylor Hendricks joins us. We're going to ask her a whole bunch of tough questions right after this on Hy-Vee's The Pitch.
Henley Dental in Centerville offers a full range of dental services, from regular exams to dental cosmetics. Henley Dental can help with all of your dental needs. Call today at 856-4103. That's 856-4103. They offer Clear Correct and porcelain veneers to help make that smile look better. And Dr. Nick Henley would like to remind you of the importance of scheduling a regular exam. You should have your teeth examined and cleaned every 6 months. To schedule your exam today, call 856-4103. That's 856-4103. Dr. Nick Henley at Henley Dental, 203 West Washington in Centerville.
There's no place like home, and there's no place like Northside Insurance to insure your home. We're your hometown insurance agency, which means we know you by name and will take time to understand your insurance needs. We can also help with your other insurance, such as auto, boat, farm, and business. Together with Allied Insurance, we'll design the insurance package that fits your needs. Call us today at 856-3333.
Quote to claim, we take care of you. Northside Insurance.
They don't build cars like they used to, and they don't repair them like they used to either. Today's vehicles contain advanced, lightweight materials and safety features like crumple zones and airbags that help protect your family. Repairing them properly after a collision requires up-to-date training. RK Auto Body has it. We're among only 10% of shops to meet the industry's highest training standards as a gold-class business. When you pick a collision repair shop, make the smart choice for your family's safety. Choose gold-class trained repair professionals. Choose RK Auto Body. RK Auto Body is located at 21317 Highway J46 Centerville, or call them at 641-856-2500. Founded in 1864, the Daily Iowegian is one of the oldest businesses in Centerville. Keep up on local news, sports, and all community events by reading the Daily Iowegian. You'll also find them online at dailyiowegian.com. That's dailyiowegian.com, where you'll find the latest in local news and much more. Subscribe today by calling 856-6336. That's 856-6336. The Daily Iowegian, the newspaper that cares about Appomattox County.
You're listening to The Pitch on KCOG Centerville. I'm Russ Ocker, along with me, the Hall of Famer Chad Lee Koestner, and it is time now for our In the Box segment, brought to you by Northside Insurance in Centerville. Northside Insurance, call Amy Gonnerman and the crew at 856-3333. Amy Gonnerman, class of 1990. Chad, her and I had a nice long visit about all the upcoming homecoming festivities, because this is 25 years for us old folks.
Yeah, and she also has a son on the football team, so I'm sure she's a pretty busy week coming up here with all the festivities.
It's going to be crazy, Chad.
It always is. It's one of those special occasions. Pep Chapel is kind of one of a kind from what I understand, and it's very fun, and it's actually the first time I'll be attending one for probably about 5 years.
You usually have to work up at the store, but
yeah,
going to sneak out of there.
I'm going to sneak out. Yep.
Good. Well, we'll look forward to that. Maybe I'll save you a seat or something.
I'll be sitting with the football team. But
so it's your class. What's the matter with you?
I don't like my class.
I figured.
Especially you.
Yeah, I know. All right. It is time now for In the Box. Taylor Hendricks joins us. She is a senior at Centerville High School. Taylor, thanks so much for stopping out tonight. Tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, Russ, I am a senior at Centerville High School, like you said, and my parents are Eric Hendricks and Angela Siebold. I'm involved in cheerleading and softball, and I work at Cherie's Flip-Flop Tumbling and Singleberries.
Okay. So you're a fairly busy gal.
Yes.
Okay. Brothers, sisters, any of that stuff going on?
My sister's Camille Hendricks, and my step-siblings are Taylor Jewett, Mackenzie Jewett, and Nicholas Jewett.
Nicholas, is that the one? What do they call him?
Boo.
Boo. I knew that. Yeah. All right.
Running around the neighborhood up there.
Yeah. All right. Okay, so now you were just involved with something big this weekend?
Yes,
right.
big day.
You ran for Queen.
Yes.
Tell me about that, because I don't think most people realize, if they're not involved, how much goes into that and how much time and effort you girls put into that. So take me through from the time you signed up to kind of what all went into the big show Saturday night.
Yes, well, we start practice in August, and it's every Sunday for about 2 hours to 3 hours, and a couple weeks before, we start having practice longer for about 3.5 hours and going through everything, and Then Sunday morning, we get up really early and we have to be on the stage at 7. And we go run through everything. And we ate pancakes. And then we went back to the church and got ready for our interviews. And then after interviews, we did our showcase. And then after showcase, we got ready for the parade. It made for a really long morning.
Yeah.
So it went by fast as well. And after the parade, we had time to do whatever, go home, take a nap. I took a nap.
I bet.
I was back up at 5:30 to get ready, and then we were on stage.
So tell me, what was your favorite part of the whole experience? What was the most fun?
Being with all of the girls and getting to know each other well. All of them are in my class, but some of them didn't go to school here, so it was nice to know them.
Okay. What was the worst part? I mean, what was your most stressed part?
All of it.
All of it, okay.
It was very stressful, but I also really enjoyed it.
What was I know you have like a talent or a presentation or something like that. What was yours?
I talked about coaching at Cherie's.
Oh, okay.
And I had little Maggie Paloma come in, and we showed them how to do a cartwheel.
Awesome.
She did awesome.
Good. Now, who drove you around in the parade?
Haven Talbot.
Nice car?
Yep.
Okay. So that's got to be like the most fun, I mean, or the most relaxed, because you're not really judged for that, right?
Yeah. You get to have fun and see everyone.
Yeah. How much did you practice your wave?
I practiced right before the parade.
Okay.
I thought it was pretty good.
All right. Well, even though we're on radio, because there you go. All right.
My wave.
Super. Outstanding. Okay, so let's talk about the sports that you're involved with. Give us a rundown on that again.
Football, cheerleading, and softball.
All right. So right now you're doing the cheers. It looks like you gals have a blast out there.
Yeah, we do. It's really fun. It's starting to get cold, but it was so fun cheering on our favorite players.
And you're going to be are you a part of the competition team?
Yes.
For cheerleading. All right,
yes.
tell me, that's kind of new and exciting.
It is new, and we're really excited. The competition is November 7th in Des Moines, and we're going to get ready for it after homecoming, so that'll be exciting.
Do you get to go up and spend the night or anything like that?
We haven't really talked about it too much. We're really getting focused on Pep Chapel and homecoming, and it'll be a big week.
All right, well, let's talk about that homecoming. This is your senior year.
Yes.
Trust me, it'll go by quick, and you'll be like Chad and I, coming back for your 25th or still around for your 25th, whatever. But so tell me about senior year homecoming. Does it feel different?
It hasn't hit me yet, but I think it will the week of.
Okay.
Not the Friday.
And you guys have a lot of competitions, class competitions.
Yes.
So how do you feel about your class?
I think we're going to do pretty well. We're doing pretty good.
You got powder puff football?
Yes.
Okay. Tell me about that. What's your position?
Well, I don't really have a position. I'm the motivator, but...
You're not actually going to play?
Nope, I'm the motivator.
You're the motivator?
I am.
Okay.
I'm the cheerleader. The powder puff.
Is that right? You're not in there and get your nails dirty and all that fun stuff, huh?
No.
But you're pretty fast, right, from what I understand?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, so, all right. So what do you think? What's your prediction for the powder puff game?
I think it'll be the seniors. It'll be really good, though.
Who's the coaches for your team?
Kate Felton, Hunter Cowan, Nathan Grossi. All the football players think they have a spot as a coach.
Okay. And so you as the motivator, the cheerleader, are you involved at all in the coaching then? I mean, do you have to get in there? Are you going to have to get in there and say, let's go, quit around?
I think I might have to step in a little bit.
Okay. Who do you think in the junior class, what do you think? Who's their biggest threat? Who worries you guys the most? Who are you prepping for?
I think it'll be Taylor and Libby. I think that'll be a big one.
Do you know who's coaching the juniors?
I don't know who's coaching the juniors. It'll be a surprise, I guess.
Okay.
They've been strategizing, I hear.
Has there been any effort to steal the playbook or
not yet?
Like that?
Not yet. I think it might happen early next week, if anything.
All right.
Before the big game on Thursday.
Well, hopefully this year we'll get out on the field and actually get a play.
Yeah, that'd be nice too.
The last couple of years, it's been weather hasn't been the greatest. We've been in the gym, and that kind of makes for
that's boring.
It makes things a lot more complicated. Now, are you reffing or anything this year?
Yeah, we the football coaches, me and Coach Evans, and I'm sure Coach Kovach last year when we were in the gym, me and Kovach were the officials, and when they scored and all that good stuff. And so yeah, the football coaches will help out with that.
Do you have to throw much for any flags? Get much holding?
Oh yeah, I had to throw a lot of flags because they ended up last year playing is more like ultimate frisbee or something like that in the gym.
Now, so have you ever thought about really just confusing everybody and calling a face mask?
No, not yet. Not yet. I bring that up.
So yeah, what you call face mask in a powder puff football game. Okay, so now softball.
Yes.
Tell me about that. You're a center fielder, right?
Yep.
And you're a fast young lady.
Yep.
Okay. So my guess would be, just from what I hear, barbershop talk they call it, is we might have a pretty good team this year.
Yeah, I'm really excited. We usually start open gyms at the beginning of the year in January, start hitting and doing a little bit of drills. So I'm excited for this season. It'll be good.
And other than sports, then what are you involved with? What does Taylor Hendricks do with her time? I know you said you've got a couple of jobs.
Yes.
Stay pretty busy.
Yep, that's what I do. Those are my two things that keep me occupied.
What about, are you a Twitter, Facebooker, or whatever the newest, latest thing is? Are you big on the phone?
Yep.
Okay.
Got to keep myself updated.
How many texts do you think you send in the course of a week?
Oh, I don't know.
More than 10?
Yeah, more than 10.
All right, so tell me a little bit more about Cherie's place and what you do there and how much fun you have with that.
I coach cheer on Monday nights, and the ages range from 2nd grade all the way to 8th grade. And we have 2 rec teams and 1 competition team. And then Tuesday nights, I do the Tiny Tots, which is 3 and 4-year-olds. And then Thursday night is our competition tumbling night. So we work on their passes.
Gee whiz, you are a busy girl, aren't you?
Yep.
Have you had time? I assume you're going to the homecoming dance?
I am. Yes.
Do you have a date?
Yes, Trey McCoy.
Okay. He's a senior as well, isn't he?
Yep.
All right. And so you have a dress all picked out and ready?
Yep.
All right, tell me about that. How does that work? Did you make a day of it?
I ordered it online.
You ordered it online?
Yep, and it came in 2 weeks ago.
It fit and everything?
I haven't put it on yet. I've been too busy.
Put it on? What happens if it doesn't fit?
I gotta get on it.
I guess. Yeah, what about shoes? You got that and all ready to go?
Yep, got my shoes.
And so now you pick the dress and then you tell Trey what he has to, what colors and all that?
He's already got it picked out, yep.
Super.
Mm-hmm.
That's fun.
He's more prepared than I am.
Yeah, well, yeah, you haven't even tried the dress?
I haven't.
Gee whiz. All right, what do you want to be when you grow up? Coming soon.
It is really soon. I'm hoping to get my realty license at the beginning of next year.
Wait a minute. That's good news.
It is,
All right.
yeah.
Good.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
And I'll be attending Indian Hills in the fall, get my AA, and transfer to Iowa State and get a business degree in an interior design.
Did you say Iowa? I heard Iowa.
Yeah, I heard something Iowa.
And then it kind of faded out.
Yeah, I lost her after that. I wasn't sure. So, well, if you're going into interior design,
yeah,
you gotta go be a cyclone. That's for sure.
Yep.
Now, is it cyclones all around at your house, or are you?
No, I'm kind of the only one. Everyone else, Hawkeyes.
Well, good for them.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, it is time now for your 5 fast questions.
All right.
Celebrity dream date.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
These are some tough questions.
Yes, these are tricky.
I don't really know. I'm not up on my actor and actresses, I guess.
So if you got a call and said you won a contest and you have a dinner and a movie with whatever heartthrob or actress you want to hang out with, you're going to say pass? You're not going to be able to?
Yeah, I guess. That's a pass. I can't think of it.
Really?
That's a hard one.
Give it to Chad. He'll take care of you without supper to put a movie.
Yeah, Tom Hanks, would that work?
Yeah, sure.
Sure. That's it. Most, what we running about 90% Channing Tatum.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
He'd work.
Yep.
He'd work, I guess.
Okay, what about a pet peeve? Does anything really tick off Taylor Hendricks?
Ooh. Well, it depends on where I'm at. If I'm at the gym, it's not pointed toes. That's a big one.
Okay. What about outside the gym?
Outside the gym.
I'm not in the gym, so I don't have to point my toes.
Ooh, that's a tough one again.
Well, not pointing the toes is good enough. That irritates you. Yeah, there you go. Okay. Finish this sentence for me. Someday I really want to
sell houses.
Okay. Are you a dog or a cat person?
Dog.
You got a dog?
Yep. Little one.
Boy, girl?
A girl. Her name's Daisy.
Aha.
She just got her haircut yesterday.
Looking good?
She looks good.
Good. Okay, and finally, and you're the first person that this has been asked to. This is a brand new question for the 5 fast questions. If you could have any superpower,
what would it be?
That's a tough one. And I got it first.
Yeah. How about that?
Well, I'd say fly.
Yeah.
Go anywhere.
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
I think that's a good answer. I'm going to ask Chad and Josh that later, see what they come up with.
All right.
All right, Taylor Hendricks, you are officially out of the box. Appreciate you coming out.
Alrighty,
good luck
thank
with
you.
everything, and good luck with your senior year.
Thank you.
This is The Pitch on KCOG Centerville.
Hello, this is Billy Thomas of the Thomas Funeral Home. Have you considered the benefit of advanced funeral planning? You plan for your first car, your first home, your children's college, and your retirement. Planning makes sense. Guaranteed pricing, peace of mind, and the alleviation of stress on your family are just a few of the benefits of advanced funeral planning. Please feel free to pick up the phone or stop by the funeral home with any questions regarding advanced funeral planning.
Call the Thomas Funeral Home in Centerville at 856-4321 or in Bloomfield at 664-2353. Chico Construction provides a complete line of excavating equipment for all your water, sewer, and building needs. Whether it be residential, commercial, or agricultural, Chico Construction can help. Serving Centerville and Southern Iowa for more than 40 years. Call Dave McCann at Chico Construction, 895-1980. That's Dave McCann at 895-1980. Chico Construction. For all your excavating needs, remember,
McCann can.
Sales and Associates Cook Insurance in Centerville and Corridon is proud to be a part of the Pitch Sports Show. Give Sales and Associates a call today at 888-767-0239. That's 888-767-0239. Call them locally in Centerville at 856-3375. That's 856-3375. For all your insurance needs, call Sales and Associates Cook Insurance in Centerville and Corridon. Seasons are changing and winter will be here before we know it. So what are you waiting for? It's time to play some golf. Lots of golf before winter. Call the Preserve on Rathbun Lake at 724-1400. That's 724-1400. The Preserve on Rathbun Lake is Southern Iowa's premier 18-hole championship golf course. It is a beautiful facility, and they have a full-stocked pro shop as well. So you can not only play your best, but you can look your best, and you can have the finest equipment available. The Preserve on Rathbun Lake. Call 724-1400.
You're listening to The Pitch on KCOG Centerville. I'm Russ Ocker, along with the Hall of Famer Chad Lee Koestner and Josh Wright. Still come on the show. Eddie Whitlow will be on to talk Mohawk football. Tom Hill is on to talk volleyball, and Coach Chuck Evans will be here to talk Big Red football. And we're going to be going shortly to a tape interview with Coach Matt Krusich. Coach had some things to do over in Seymour tonight, so he was gracious enough to come up or get on the phone lines this morning and talk about cross country. The big meet's coming up next week. Next Tuesday night, it's usually always homecoming week, and that's a lot of fun. Right now, they're talking 68 degrees, partly cloudy, so it's pretty good stuff for cross country. It's a huge event, and I know the football team always tries to get out there and cheer on those out.
Yeah, we definitely get out there and support the cross country team. It's one of those things that you only get the one shot to see them each year, and we make sure we get out there. And the first time I went out there, I was thinking, it's a cross country meet, how exciting can it be? But it's actually, there's a lot of runners. You got junior high all the way up through high school, and a lot of people running around, a lot of stuff going on. And it was actually pretty fun to go out there and watch.
Outstanding. And Josh, I know you guys are always supportive of everything sports-wise. You're going to try to get out there this year?
I'm going to attempt it. I know I already talked to Henry Orman with the Rotary Club. They always do the popsicles and that kind of stuff, and so I'm going to try to get those rounded up and hopefully get out there and watch. I've never actually been to a cross-country meet. I've never had the opportunity. So, yeah, I thought this year I might sneak out there and see what's going on.
All right, and while you're on the mic, tell us what's going on with out here at Hy-Vee. You got a lot of things, kind of we come off a Pancake Day, and I know you guys are very, very busy with that, as almost everybody in the community is. So I think everybody just kind of lets out a big breath of sigh. So you are kind of the face of Pancake Day for Hy-Vee, especially. So are you feeling a little less pressure now?
Oh yeah, this year we had a home football game on Friday night, and then we had Pancake Day on Saturday, and for us it was quarterly inventory on Sunday. So it was a long weekend for the Hy-Vee people. Michelle Burge in the kitchen and I both put in some pretty long weekends, and so yeah, it's kind of a sigh of relief to get to Monday and kind of kick back and relax a little bit. And we don't have a football game this week, so we'll kind of get to actually veg out for a little while. So it's kind of nice. But yeah, everything went really smoothly. Everything went off without a hitch. And Pancake Day, I think, was a huge success this year.
And you were also on the Pancake Day committee too, so you're kind of double duty.
Yeah, so I spent a lot of time on the square on Saturday. Yep, for sure.
All right, well, congratulations to Madison Mormon, who was crowned the queen. She's been on the show a couple times, and just what a talented young lady. I'm not surprised based on how she handled herself on the show. Literally, she could definitely do a segment or co-host the show. She's a talented young lady, and so I think that's yes, directed toward us. We better get her act. Yeah, we better get her act together. I'm not surprised that she probably did well in her interview and everything. But what a great group of young ladies. It could have been any number of them. Would have made fantastic representatives for Centerville. So we will grab a break. Or no, actually, we're going to our interview with Coach Matt Cruzy now from earlier today, talking about cross country and the big home meet coming up, and telling us a little bit about their team so far this year. We now have that interview with Coach Matt Cruzy.
You're listening to The Pitch on KCOG Centerville, and we're joined now by Coach Matt Cruzy, our boys and girls cross-country coach here in Centerville, and the season has a little bit of action under its belt now. We've got a big home meet coming up, and so we're pleased to be visiting with Coach. Well, let's start, Coach, with how the season's been going. I know you've got the girls and the boys, so we'll start with the girls. How's the season been going for the girls?
Actually, it's going pretty good. I mean, we have young Emily Lewis, our freshman. She's kind of our leader on the team, and she's really starting to improve her time. And I think the more miles she puts in, the better she's going to get. And she's placed well in pretty much every meet we've ran. But the smaller meets, she's always in the top 5, and the bigger meets, she's kind of stayed. She's hung around the top 20. And last night at Knoxville, she saw some very good competition in like Ankeny Centennial and Pella. I think they both had about 80 kids on their team. And Knoxville, Indianola, she's seen some really good competition. She also has seen the Pekin girls, which I'll tell you what, for a small school, Pekin is for real in cross country. They have a great team. So, we've seen some great competition, and conference-wise, the Albia team looks pretty good. Jordan Winky over there is leading the whole conference in her time, and Davis County has a great girls team also. But our girls are plugging away. We're kind of hanging around that area where we're probably about the third best team in the conference, and our top 4 girls, which are Emily Lewis, Kiana Lechtenberg, Melissa Chapman, and Kirsten Brauman, those 4 girls are running, pretty steady times that could, put us or help us fare pretty well in the conference. But we're just counting on that 5th runner to come up, and we have a big drop off between our 4th and 5th runner. And right now, Katie Sharp and Taylor Brauman and Zoe Litke are doing their best to try to fill that gap. And the girls are working hard, and we've been competitive in all the races, so I can't complain. We've just had a lot of distractions with Pancake Day and next week's homecoming, which is going to be the same week as our home meet. And, some of those things are distractions to what we're trying to accomplish, but at the same time, the kids are working hard and doing their best. So it's been a pretty productive year.
How many girls do you have out total?
We have 7, so just enough for the varsity team to compete. And, I wish I could take some of my lower runners and run them in the JV races so they would feel more competitive. But at the same time, when you have 7 people, you got to run them all at the varsity level. And, they're definitely getting their feet wet and they're waist deep in figuring out what cross country is all about. And, hopefully we're young enough that we're still going to have most of the group back next year. And I think we'll be very competitive through the years.
Talking cross country with Coach Matt Cruzy. You've got, you say Emily Lewis is your number 1 runner. What can she accomplish this year?
Well, this year it's basically getting used to running 3 miles. She came up from the junior high running about a mile to a mile and a half in all the races that she competed in at that level. And I'll tell you what, it's quite a hit when you have to move up to a level where you're running 5K every race. And plus this year they jumped the girls up from 4K to 5K distance. So they were going 2.5 miles to 3 miles now. And so the workouts are a lot more rigorous, and, they have to put a lot more miles in to have any expectations. And I'll tell you, Emily does an outstanding job for a little girl. She's she's a small built girl. She probably only weighs about 60, 70 pounds. And, you know, the girls that are running better times than her are developed girls athletically. They're a lot taller, a lot stronger. And, you know, she's just doing her best to compete in there. And I think the more miles she puts in, the better she's going to be. She's already running around the, you know, she's knocked her time down to about 21:20, I think was her time last night. And she was hanging around the 22 area for a long time. And so, you know, she is starting to improve. And at the same time, this year is going to be a big building block year. And I look for next year, she's going to come back a lot stronger and a lot more focused. And I think you're going to see her be one of the top runners in the area.
All right, and let's talk about your boys' team. How's the season been going for them?
Not real strong, but at the same time, I've got 12 guys that are working their tails off. We've had some injuries. Grant Kelly has a hurt back, and Daniel Hargrave he's battling a sore ankle. But at the same time, I've got a good bunch of guys. They come out and work hard every day. Braden Lechtenberg's our leader, and he's probably our most steady runner. He's running around like a 1930 right now, and you know, he knows as well as I do that he's going to have to shave that down to about an 18 to compete for a conference spot. And, you know, districts, you even have to shave another minute off that. Because as I remember, I think Peyton Bush was running like under 17s to compete at state. And, but I'll tell you what, Braden's put in the miles this year. He's been very dedicated, and he's accepting the leadership role of the boys team, and he's done an outstanding job. And I think he's going to get a lot better going into next year also. And Tyson Baloma behind him it's his first year running, and he's basically running to get in shape for basketball. But I'll tell you what, he's a competitive runner, and he doesn't like losing, so that makes him competitive on the course. And you know, he goes after everybody. Sometimes he runs out of steam, but sometimes he's very competitive. And you know, he can. I think this is going to be a good year of him learning how to pace himself and race a little better. And I think if he comes out next year, he's going to be very competitive. Colton Baloma and Jace Draper and Daniel Hargrave come in behind them. And those guys, I mean, two of them are basketball guys just trying to get into shape, but they're still competitive runners, and they're doing a nice job. And Jace Draper moved over here from Clark High School. And I'll tell you what, this kid has kind of come out of nowhere, and he's our third best runner on the team right now, and he's doing a great job. He stays focused and works very hard. So we have some kids, you know, they're steady and they're running decent. It's just they're not as competitive as I think they could be if they dedicated themselves to cross country. But at the same time, you know, we're having a great time as a team, and we're competitive. It's just I think there's another gear that we could reach, and I'd sure like to see them do that before conference in a couple of weeks.
And you talk about conference in a couple of weeks. Where is conference?
Conference is at Knoxville. So last night was a big night for us running that course and getting acquainted with the hills there on the golf course. If you've ever golfed Knoxville Country Club out there, you know you're on a hillside no matter where you're at on that course. And you know, it's a very grueling cross country course. So it was really an uplifting thing to see Braden and Emily both run great times on one of the toughest courses that we run. So, you know, hopefully they got a good idea of how they have to do it for conference in a couple of weeks. And, you know, and they also have to stay strong. We turn around and go to Sheraton on Thursday and then come to our home meet next Tuesday, which is filled with 19 teams. So, you know, our meet, Oski meet, and Knoxville meet are the biggest ones we run, and they're very competitive. So our kids get to see what's out there, and they get to see some of the best runners around.
Well, next week is homecoming week in Centerville, and it's always exciting because it's your home meet, and I know that's kind of the highlight of the year, and it's one of the best meets that you're going to find in Southern Iowa. So talk to me about how excited the kids are and you are to be having the home meet coming up next week.
Yeah, we are excited. You know, we've been going out to the Manhattan and running after school a little bit just to get acquainted with, you know, our own course. We feel like we need to at least take advantage of our home field advantage. And, you know, I'll tell you, with 19 teams coming in and the Manhattan course, I'll tell you, it's a sight to see when all those teams arrive out there. You know, we're going to have about 1,000 kids running out there between middle school kids and high school kids and JV teams. So it'll be a blast. And, it's always a huge group of people out there on the number one fairway. And this year is going to be interesting because we're trying something new. We have the chip timing system. So we are running I think it goes girls junior high at 4:30 and they're running 1.5 miles. And then the boys junior high runs at 4:45 and they're running 1.5 miles. And then we go with the girls varsity at 5 and then the girls JV at 5:03. Because of the chip timing system, we can line them up and get them going and then get the JV runners right behind them. And hopefully, see how this works out. The chip timing system will automatically sort the kids out in their respective groups. And then the boys are going to come on at 5:45 and then the boys JV runs at 5:48. So hopefully, we'll see. We're trying something new because those JV races that we were allowing an extra hour for after the varsity races was kind of pushing the light. We were starting to get dark before we were finishing the races. So hopefully this will move the timing up and accommodate all the teams that are coming. The only thing is, if you're a parent, you're going to have to get out there and make sure you're ready to see your kid race, because if you're used to sticking around for the JV races, they're going to be happening during the varsity races. So it'll be interesting, and hopefully we can pull it off and with no flaws, and hopefully we can keep all the coaches happy with that.
Well, I know you guys always get very good support from the community with this event. You get a lot of help from, I know, fellow teachers and fellow sports programs. So tell me a little bit about what all goes into running the home meet and some of the people that come to mind as far as year in and year out make this such a special meet.
You bet. First of all, we have a great staff here that always, the cross-country meet always fills up first on the activity book. We have a lot of teachers that like to work this event, which makes me feel good because I love having all their help. But after that, we have Rick Kosrich out there hosting the whole thing at the Manhattan, who always does an awesome job. We have the Rotary that comes out and hands the kids popsicles at the end of the meet. And we have the cheerleaders come out and show their support by handing out medals to all the finishers. And Coach Evans and Coach Hill always do their best to bring the football teams and the volleyball teams out to support us. Now, I think next Tuesday, the volleyball team actually has a match, so I'm not sure if they're going to be able to make it out, but, we always have their support. And like I said, Coach Evans is always cool about having the football team make an appearance out there and show their support. So it's awesome. Centerville, we have the best backing in the world, and our fans come out and support us, whether we have a great team or a struggling team. And, it's great to see everyone step up and make this event happen. And, I think we put on a great cross-country meet at CHS.
Coach Matt Krusich and the cross-country team, kind of the kickoff to homecoming next week, that meet on Tuesday night. Now, you got to meet tomorrow night, right, in Sheraton?
Right, Red Haw State Park, right outside of Sheraton.
Okay, and then next Tuesday at home. And right now, Coach, a quick look at the forecast, 68 and partly cloudy next Tuesday with no rain in sight on it. If that holds up, that's a pretty good day to run. So we hope that we do get a beautiful day, and hopefully we get what we expect is a big crowd out to for our one home meet this year to cheer on those big Reds and Redheads. Coach, good luck with the rest of the season. We'll look forward to visiting with you again real soon.
Hey, thank you very much, Russ.
This is The Pitch on KCOG Centerville.
This is Henry Ortman at the Annuity Shop in Centerville. Since the summer of 1987, I have been helping people with their IRA investments. I have many clients that contribute money into an IRA on a monthly basis, but I also have many retired clients that are receiving money on a monthly basis to help pay bills. That's called cash flow. Having an adequate amount of cash flow is very important. I give people monthly cash flow from their employees' retirement plans. We put the money into an IRA and then set up a systematic withdrawal plan that can be sent directly into your bank account. It's safe and convenient. I have many safe options for your retirement plan distribution from your employer. I'm Henry Ortman at the Annuity Shop in Centerville. I've been in business since 1987.
Hey, sports fans, did you know that Jim Ireland Menswear on the Square in Centerville has a nice selection of Big Reds, Hawkeyes, Cyclones, and even UNI apparel? That's right. If you're looking to show your team spirit, check out Jim Ireland Menswear on the south side of the Centerville Square. You'll find golf shirts, jackets, caps, and sweatshirts, all with your favorite team logos and all at Jim Ireland Menswear. Jim Ireland Menswear on the south side of the Centerville Square, open Monday through Thursday 9 to 5:30, Fridays 9 to 7, and Saturdays 9 to 5.
The Flower Teak in Centerville is your one-stop shop for all your floral needs. We carry a large selection of fresh cut flowers, green plants, memorial stones, candles, wreaths, barn quilts, and other great gift ideas. We provide fast, same-day delivery and treat you as our #1 customer. Whether you are planning a large event such as a wedding or simply know someone needing cheering up, we can help. Let our friendly staff help you choose the right flowers or gift to fit your needs. Flower Teak on the northeast corner of the Centerville Square. Call 437-4131, visit flowerteak.com, or find us on Facebook.
Nothing brings out the warmth and style of your home like new flooring. J&L Flooring in Centerville is family-owned and operated, and they're located on the east side of the Centerville Square. Give them a call today at 856-6331. That's 856-6331. J&L Floor Covering carries a complete line of floor coverings at the most competitive prices, and they hire only the most qualified professional installers. Call J&L Flooring today at 641-856-6331. That's 856-6331.
You're listening to The Pitch on KCOG Centerville. Big thanks to Matt Krusich for taking time out today to visit with us, and we wish them the very best on the upcoming cross-country meet next Tuesday as part of the big homecoming week next week here in Centerville. Don't forget Chili Feed this Sunday, 4:30 to 6 at Lakeview. Well, we're joined now by Coach Jenny Whitlow of the Brandon Mohawks, continuing their strong season. They remain undefeated last Friday night against a Harmony team. Coach, that's a team that obviously is, I guess, kind of in a rebuilding state, and you guys went out and took care of business.
Yeah, Harmony's really down this year. They've been struggling. The kids that they had that were pretty solid, graduated last year, so we knew coming into this game that it was going to be one of those games that if we just did our jobs and focused, that we should go away with a win, and that's what we did. They had a lot of young kids playing, and we were able to score in all areas of the game. We ran 3 punt returns back for touchdowns. Briar Cochran intercepted a pass for a touchdown, and our starting offense only played about the first quarter and then the first series of the third quarter, and so they didn't get a whole lot of playing time, but we got to rest kids up that maybe nobody was hurt real bad, but just kids that were kind of banged up. We were able to rest them some and have them ready for this week.
So this week now is just a test in your district. Right now, you've kind of established yourself as the front runner. You're the last of the unbeatens in your district, but Mormon Trail is a team that's certainly capable.
Right. Mormon Trail, they've got 6 seniors on their team, and I don't know what they've got in the water over there at Garden Grove, but they've got some big kids up in the front line. Their front line average is about 230, 240 across the front line, and they're not afraid to hit you. So something that we haven't really seen a whole lot of. Wayne was a pretty good-sized team, but Mormon Trail's even bigger than what they are. Mormon Trail did get beat a couple weeks ago by Wayne by 1 touchdown, but we watched that game film, and it was a really solid game. It could have went either way. So our boys are going to have to be focused and ready to go, and it's our homecoming week this week, so you've always got those distractions and things with everything, all the obligations kids have during homecoming week, but we've had a pretty good week of practice, and hopefully we're ready to go Friday night.
You talk about their size up front then. Are they predominantly the kind of team that's going to try to push around and run the ball at you?
Yeah, their quarterback up through last week when they kept their stats, they've only thrown the ball 10 times. So they definitely are a ground-and-pound team. They haven't even hardly punted the ball either. If they've got within 4th and 3, doesn't matter where it's at, they have enough confidence in their front line that they're going to go ahead and get those 3 yards. So Coach Bickle and I have talked, and we said we have to get them out of those situations and try to get them in places they don't like to be at, the 2nd and 7, 3rd and 8, things like that, to try to keep them off of what they like doing and make them maybe have to pass the ball or be in running situations where they have to get a decent amount of yards. So that's what we're focusing on defensively, and we're hoping with our speed that we've got, it's going to be one of those speed versus power type of games, and hopefully our speed can get the outside on them and wear them down, because they only have 12 kids out for their football team, but their first 8 are pretty solid kids, but they have to get into subbing and things like that. That's where they start having a little bit of problems.
So you look at what you can do offensively against them, and you talk about obviously they're going to have pretty much the whole team going both ways. So then what approach will you take at them offensively?
We've talked to Breyer a little bit about being a little bit faster in the huddle, trying to get up the line and snap the ball to try to maybe where they don't get as big of a rest in between plays. And we're thinking maybe try to spread the ball out a little bit more, and we feel like we might have a few more athletes than what they do, and maybe get our kids in space and kind of go and use that to our advantage and make them have to run the field more than just straight up front, and where they don't have to move as much. So those are some of our goals on offense we're hoping we can do.
Talking Mohawk football with Coach Jenny Whitlow. We'll have more when we come back right after this.
Henley Dental in Centerville offers a full range of dental services. From regular exams to dental cosmetics, Henley Dental can help with all of your dental needs. Call today at 856-4103. That's 856-4103. They offer Clear Correct and porcelain veneers to help make that smile look better. And Dr. Nick Henley would like to remind you of the importance of scheduling a regular exam. You should have your teeth examined and cleaned every 6 months. To schedule your exam today, call 856-4103. That's 856-4103. Dr. Nick Henley at Henley Dental, 203 West Washington in Centerville.
There's no place like home, and there's no place like Northside Insurance to insure your home. We're your hometown insurance agency, which means we know you by name and will take time to understand your insurance needs. We can also help with your other insurance, such as auto, boat, farm, and business. Together with Allied Insurance, we'll design the insurance package that fits your needs. Call us today at 856-3333.
Quote to claim, we take care of you. Northside Insurance.
They don't build cars like they used to, and they don't repair them like they used to either. Today's vehicles contain advanced, lightweight materials and safety features like crumple zones and airbags that help protect your family. Repairing them properly after a collision requires up-to-date training. RK Auto Body has it. We're among only 10% of shops to meet the industry's highest training standards as a gold-class business. When you pick a collision repair shop, make the smart choice for your family's safety. Choose gold-class trained repair professionals. Choose RK Auto Body. RK Auto Body is located at 21317 Highway J46 Centerville, or call them at 641-856-2500. Founded in 1864, the Daily Iowegian is one of the oldest businesses in Centerville. Keep up on local news, sports, and all community events by reading the Daily Iowegian. You'll also find them online at dailyiwegian.com. That's dailyiwegian.com, where you'll find the latest in local news and much more. Subscribe today by calling 856-6336. That's 856-6336. The Daily Iowegian, the newspaper that cares about Appomattox County.
Talking local sports a little bit more on Hy-Vee's The Pitch right now, visiting with Coach Jenny Whitlow, talking about this undefeated Mohawk football team. And all right, Coach, you're about midway through the season here. Obviously, you guys, the front runner now in your district. So talk to me about your team and what you have to do now to stay focused and run the table in the district.
We've talked to the boys a lot about that, and just, that's the biggest thing is staying focused. These boys aren't used to being in this situation. We've always kind of been on the bottom looking up, and now being on the other side. Just trying to teach these kids, hey, you've got the target on your back now, and you're the team that you want to be knocked off. And we explained to them at the beginning of this week, as I was looking at some different things, I said after this week, we could easily go from the top team in the district to possibly the fourth place team in the district, because there are 3 teams in the district that all have 1 loss. So if we would get to that position as well, where we only beat Wayne by 6 points, by the point factors, the way that goes, if we got beat or blown out or anything like that, we could easily drop to be in the 4th place team. So that's what we talked to the boys about is, don't be happy with where you're at. We want to not only just be here and go, make the playoffs. We would like to go in as the district champs. And this Friday night, like I said, it's homecoming. We got a little bit extra for the boys. Clay Eulenhank, that used to play football for Moravian, went on and played for the University of Iowa. He's coming back this week. Moravian does it's called a hometown hero, and him and Molly Bolin are coming back, and they're going to be the hometown heroes this week for the football game. And he's going to come and talk to the boys about just playing Mohawk football, what it meant to be him, and then to go on and play for the University of Iowa and things like that. So we're hoping that little motivation kind of fires him up there before the game as well.
Well, you've got some good leadership, and you've got a quarterback now that I think you've been waiting for this year. He's got a lot of experience under his belt. So talk to me about how you feel about your group of seniors.
This is a good group of kids. They're fun to be around, and we've got 5 of them. We've got Briar Cochran, that you probably hear about the most. Briar's our quarterback, plays defensive back. We have Avery Waybill, who's probably Briar's favorite target out as a wide receiver, and he plays wide receiver, and he's our other defensive back. So we got veterans back in the backfield as well, playing defensive backs, and that's helped us out a lot. We've got Alex Floyd, who's our center, and then he plays defensive tackle for us. Trevor Cormany, he's been a linebacker the last couple of years for us. He's playing fullback, and he's leading our team right now in rushing. And then we have Sam Klaus, who plays tailback for us, and he backs up Briar or Sam if we need somebody to come in as defensive back, and he plays special teams. So those 5 kids, they're doing a good job, and it's been fun to coach them the last 4 years. And I know Briar was talking to the boys Monday night after practice and was talking about how they haven't had a lot of success these last few years that he's coached, and he's been a player. And he said, "This is our year, guys. We have a chance to do something special and be remembered here at Moravia as being one of the best football teams, and that's what I want to go out after what I've been through the last 3 years. We can do this. We just got to stay together as a team and bust our butts every night at practice and be ready to go on Friday night. And, that's what they've been doing all year, and hopefully it just continues. But, these next 2 weeks are going to be very important to us to kind of decide where we end up, if we make the playoffs, if we do either we host or if we go somewhere, and that's a big thing if you can host one of those games come late October, early November."
So you got Mormon Trail, and then you got Twin Cedars coming?
Right, and then they're the other team that's only had 1 loss, and they lost to Wayne last week. So Wayne, Mormon Trail, and Twin Cedars, all 3 of them, all 3 have lost 1 game, and like I said, we're undefeated. So I think the way I kind of have calculated it, as long as we won this week, we should be in the playoffs. So this the big thing for that to lock up at least a playoff spot, kind of go from there.
Well, you get to this point of the season, I know you're staying focused on what you're doing, but I would think as a coach that you start to make yourself aware of what's on the other side and what teams from the other district are making some noise. Have you looked at that yet and know who's the powerhouses in the other district?
Well, see, the way they do it now, last year they switched it up where they don't have a sister district, so it's more by location, so you don't know exactly which way you're going to go. And so we can go east, west, or possibly north where we're located at, since we're so centrally located in southern Iowa. And I guess I haven't looked enough at that to see what teams are, where. I know if you go to the east, you've got HLB, who's ranked in the top 5, Don Bosco, who's always tough, and they're in the top 8, and Colo Nesco is also in that district over there to the east, and all 3 of them are ranked right now, but they haven't played each other. So we'll see where those teams kind of fall out here in just another couple of weeks as well. And I haven't looked that much at the West, but I know they got some pretty solid teams over there. So wherever we go, it's going to be tough matchups. And, when you get the playoffs, all games are going to be tough, and it's win or go home. So we're going to focus on the regular season, then we'll get to that as this season ends.
Coach Denny Whitlow and his Mohawks unbeaten on the year, leading their district. Big challenge this Friday night at home with Mormon Trail, who has just the 1 district loss, and it is homecoming. So we wish the Mohawks the best of luck. Coach, as always, thanks for stopping out. We look forward to visiting with you again next week.
Thanks, guys.
This is The Pitch on KCOG Centerville.
Hello, this is Billy Thomas of the Thomas Funeral Home. Have you considered the benefit of advanced funeral planning? You plan for your first car, your first home, your children's college, and your retirement. Planning makes sense. Guaranteed pricing, peace of mind, and the alleviation of stress on your family are just a few of the benefits of advanced funeral planning. Please feel free to pick up the phone or stop by the funeral home with any questions regarding advanced funeral planning.
Call the Thomas Funeral Home in Centerville at 856-4321 or in Bloomfield at 664-2353. Chico Construction provides a complete line of excavating equipment for all your water, sewer, and building needs. Whether it be residential, commercial, or agricultural, Chico Construction can help. Serving Centerville and Southern Iowa for more than 40 years. Call Dave McCann at Chico Construction, 895-1980. That's Dave McCann at 895-1980. Chico Construction. For all your excavating needs, remember,
McCann.
Sales and Associates Cook Insurance in Centerville and Corridon is proud to be a part of the Pitch Sports Show. Give Sales and Associates a call today at 888-767-0239. That's 888-767-0239. Call them locally in Centerville at 856-3375. That's 856-3375. For all your insurance needs, call Sales and Associates Cook Insurance in Centerville and Corridon. Seasons are changing and winter will be here before we know it. So what are you waiting for? It's time to play some golf. Lots of golf before winter. Call the Preserve on Rathbun Lake at 724-1400. That's 724-1400. The Preserve on Rathbun Lake is Southern Iowa's premier 18-hole championship golf course. It is a beautiful facility, and they have a full-stocked pro shop as well. So you can not only play your best, but you can look your best, and you can have the finest equipment available. The Preserve on Rathbun Lake. Call 724-1400.
You're listening to The Pitch on KCOG Centerville. Russ Ocker, Chad Lee Koestner, and Josh Price. And let's talk about all things Hy-Vee. Josh, I know you guys got a lot of things going on.
You bet. We got a great 3-day sale coming up Thursday, Friday, Saturday this week. A lot of great items in there. We have 7-Up or Dr. Pepper 6-pack half-liter bottle, 6 for $10. Life or Captain Crunch cereal, just $1.77. Snickers fun-sized candy bars, 3 for $7. Banquet meat or fruit pies, just 58 cents each. From our kitchen, we have a 10-piece leg bucket for $10 and save 10 cents a gallon on your Fuel Saver card, or a 12-inch single-topping pizza for just $6.
Now, with homecoming coming up next week, is there anything different you guys do at the Grill Dinner for homecoming, or is it? You got obviously the hamburgers and the chicken breasts. I didn't know if you do anything special in for homecoming or not.
A lot of times it'll depend on the weather. If it's going to be a warmer night, we might do like a big turkey leg or something.
The giant turkey leg.
If it's a colder night, we might throw some chili on there. So you never really know. We'll kind of wait and see and make that decision later on next week when we figure out if it's going to be 60 or 30.
All right, and you got anything special for the Jumbotron homecoming? You working on anything?
The Jumbotron, that's out of my ballpark. I just click the button on the play clock.
Oh, you're the play clock.
I'm the play clock guy. Yeah, so I had to run the scoreboard last Friday night, the actual board itself. So I had a little bit of pressure on me there. So I like the play clock. I just click the button when the whistle blows, and then I get to watch the game.
Now, homecoming Friday night, Josh and I will take to the airways at 5:30 with our special pregame edition of the Pitch Sports Show. Chad Lee is busy coaching football, so he doesn't get to join us on that anymore, but it's got to become a tradition that we do a little pregame special edition show of the Pitch. And, of course, we won't necessarily be doing the play-by-play of the freshman game, but it will be going on in front of us, and so we'll keep you up to date on that. But we look to have several guests, have a whole lot of fun with the homecoming show from the press box on Friday night of homecoming. We'll grab a break. When we come back, Coach Tom Hill joins us to talk about this Redhead volleyball team that continues to have a fine season. That's next on Hy-Vee's The Pitch.
This is Henry Ortman at the Annuity Shop in Centerville. Since the summer of 1987, I have been helping people with their IRA investments. I have many clients that contribute money into an IRA on a monthly basis, but I also have many retired clients that are receiving money on a monthly basis to help pay bills. That's called cash flow. Having an adequate amount of cash flow is very important. I give people monthly cash flow from their employees' retirement plans. We put the money into an IRA and then set up a systematic withdrawal plan that can be sent directly into your bank account. It's safe and convenient. I have many safe options for your retirement plan distribution from your employer. I'm Henry Ortman at the Annuity Shop in Centerville. I've been in business since 1987.
Hey, sports fans, did you know that Jim Ireland Menswear on the Square in Centerville has a nice selection of Big Reds, Hawkeyes, Cyclones, and even UNI apparel? That's right. If you're looking to show your team spirit, check out Jim Ireland Menswear on the south side of the Centerville Square. You'll find golf shirts, jackets, caps, and sweatshirts, all with your favorite team logos, and all at Jim Ireland Menswear.
Jim Ireland Menswear on the south side of the Centerville Square. Open Monday through Thursday, 9 to 5:30, Fridays 9 to 7, and Saturdays 9 to 5.
The Flower Teak in Centerville is your one-stop shop for all your floral needs. We carry a large selection of fresh cut flowers, green plants, memorial stones, candles, wreaths, barn quilts, and other great gift ideas. We provide fast, same-day delivery and treat you as our #1 customer. Whether you are planning a large event such as a wedding or simply know someone needing cheering up, we can help. Let our friendly staff help you choose the right flowers or gift to fit your needs. Flower Teak on the northeast corner of the Centerville Square. Call 437-4131, visit flowerteak.com, or find us on Facebook.
Nothing brings out the warm style of your home like new flooring. J&L Flooring in Centerville is family-owned and operated, and they're located on the east side of the Centerville Square. Give them a call today at 856-6331. That's 856-6331. J&L Floor Covering carries a complete line of floor coverings at the most competitive prices, and they hire only the most qualified professional installers. Call J&L Flooring today at 641-856-6331. That's 856-6331.
We're talking local sports a little bit more on Hy-Vee's The Pitch. Time now to visit with Coach Tom Hill. And before I do that, one thing I do want to do is say a big thank you to Michael Connor, who stepped in for us last week as I was off goofing off down in Colorado. Got back towards the end of the show, but big thanks to Michael Connor. I know that he's got a little bit of experience at it. So first time he seemed pretty nervous. He was a real mess. Did you have a good time down there? I did. That's good. Very important. Won both games, and of course it hasn't gone so well since they left Colorado. But looks like the Cardinals are going to wrap up the division tonight. We'll start focusing on the cut. You've been a wild card, right? Yeah. Is that going to be in Chicago? Or does it better not be? If it's Chicago, that means we've lost our last 4 games. Still up for grabs. Our magic number was 1. Okay. That's the wild card. So. Okay, that's good. Yeah. So the Cubs would have to win out. We'll have to lose out. Okay. I hope not. All right, Coach. Let's talk about your volleyball team. I tell you what. I know you guys. You're dealing with the major injury, obviously. Yeah. But the girls are staying strong. We've had to battle some things here in the past couple of weeks, and of course, last week had the Eddyville loss. Had to kind of do that without Taylor for the first match without her, and that was tough on our kids. But I'll give a lot of credit to our kids that I thought we were really competitive over there. And Mac McDonald, she was great stepping in, and I've been really proud of what she's done. Anybody saw her play last night, or especially at Kirksville, just really is. She's a different player than Taylor, but does a lot of positive things for us, and I'm so proud of what she's been able to accomplish. And we went up to Kirksville on Monday. I had to laugh. I looked back last year at Kirksville when we played Kirksville home, and I knew we'd lost, but I didn't know we'd lost the way we did. We'd lost in 5 games, and we'd won the first. More consistent, I think, is the biggest issue with our freshmen. They'll have a game where they're not competitive at all. They're just really off. And then they had a great game where they're right in the game and really competitive. But our first 2 groups kind of weren't successful, didn't get wins in the first 2 matches. And you kind of heard some chirping from their student section, which was kind of funny to sit there and listen to, some Kirksville young gentlemen talk about how great they were and everything. And we went out and we warmed up pretty decent, and it was a good warm up. I thought, coming off the Eddyville match, I didn't really know exactly what our mindset would be, and I hoped I knew where we'd be at. And needless to say, we were ready to play. I think in the first game, if I remember right, their coach called their second timeout, and it was 17-3, I think. And we were taking care of some business, and it was fun to see our kids play with. We were very focused, and we made them make a lot of mistakes, and we were doing a lot of things for them to just basically let them know who was better. And it was we ended up winning the first game. I think it was 25-7, and then we won the second game 25-11. And in Missouri, played best of 3, so that took care of the match for us. And then just had a really good Monday night, and came back last night. Played Sheraton. It was kind of different. We started at 5, so it was a little bit different for our varsity to get ready to play at 5. We played Sheraton in the first match, best of 5. And I don't, if you watch that, or I think the girls would probably say that we weren't real great. We did enough to win and got through. We swept them in 3 games.
really thought, again, I think it took us about 2 games to get everybody kind of going. And again, I'll bring up Mac. She really carried us through the first game. Her serving was outstanding last night, and in both matches against Pella and Sheraton, just really served the ball well and really got some nice points that way. And she was in the Sheraton match, she was one of the only ones that served well. I think we had 8 serving errors in that Sheraton match and still was able to overcome that. And I thought Alyssa played well offensively. Mac played well. I'll give a lot of credit to Peyton Koestner. I think she had a good night last night. Liddy was for the most part pretty consistent as a setter. She's still, we're going to ask more of her as the season, as we get down here towards the end. Passing wise, Ann was really on her game against Sheraton. Just a lot of good things, overall from our kids in the Sheraton match. And then of course we had a break, and that's kind of been our downfall. Whenever we get a break, it's just kind of like we lose our focus a little bit. Pella then played Sheraton, and Sheraton played really well against Pella. I was really happy to see them have some success in that first game. They ended up coming up a little short the first game, and then the second game, Pella kind of did what they wanted to. So then we got a chance to play Pella, and it was funny. Pella does their warm up, and then we're getting it, and we had a really focused warm up, and I was feeling good about how we're going to play Pella. And one of the Pella girls was standing there, and Alyssa put this, we're just warming up, and Alyssa hits this ball inside the 10-foot line, just like straight down and straight up, and one of their back row players just the look on her face, and then she goes, "Oh my God!" And then it was just great. It was great as a coach. You sit there and say, "Yep, okay, well, we'll see how this goes." But they were a very tall and athletic-looking team. They were not a Pella team that we've played in the past. In my time here, I think we beat Pella once, and that was with our 2011 team. And I really thought last night we'd have a good opportunity to get a win. They're ranked in the 4A. For us going into regionals, which come out tomorrow in the afternoon, we'll find out where we stand on that. But I really thought we really needed that game last night to kind of show, kind of do that last minute show of where we're at. And we're just flat at times. And, I think that's where we have to understand, our mindset has to be, that's the only game we lost at home this year was against Pella. And, I just didn't like the way we came out and didn't get after it all the time. And I know Christy and I keep talking about competitive touches, and there are times that we're just getting to a ball just to get a ball, and it wasn't like, hey, what are you going to do with that once you get there? And, so we have to clean up a lot of technique stuff and do a lot of things that are going to get us kind of back on that track. We have basically 4 days left to play. We have next Tuesday, we go to Clark for our last conference match. And if we win that, we'll get second in the conference, which is a good accomplishment, great accomplishment for us. And I think there's a big separation between 1 and 2 and then the rest of our conference. And I think that's a good thing. I think that's something that we've shown this year just from that standpoint. And honestly, if we can take care of business on Tuesday, we should have some good postseason honors for our kids, which is something we haven't really had for a couple of years. And then after that, we play on Saturday. We go to Davis County for the Davis County tournament, and that'll be something that we really want to get after. And obviously, the goal of ours is to go over there and win that thing. Our kids are going to have their heads on straight. That's also our homecoming night. So that's not always been a positive day for us to go play a tournament on homecoming day. But I think our girls understand. I just think they're going to have to. We have a lot to accomplish now next Saturday, and I'm not looking past Clark, but Saturday is going to be a good test to get ready for regionals. And I think that's one big day that we have to be successful on. And then we play at Molden the week after on a Monday night, I think, and then we finish our regular season at Fairfield for a Fairfield tournament on the next Saturday, which again is going to be a nice warm up for regionals. So we got a lot of things that we just need to get taken care of. Our kids, I think our kids are playing hard. It's just I just didn't like our focus last night. I think there's a lot of things outside of volleyball right now that has taken away from our focus a little bit, and we need to get that back. And we're 18-5. That's a great year so far. And I don't think if you had told me that if you're 18-5 at some point in the season, would you take that? And I said, yeah, I definitely would. And I think if you look at our schedule, in our expectations, I don't think we can lose again. I honestly think that we can go out, finish the regular season undefeated, and then get into regionals. And I think that's our goal. Has to be our goal if we're going to make a run.
Talking Reddit volleyball with Coach Tom Hill tomorrow. It's a big day. Find out what the postseason is going to look like for you. Next week is homecoming week. That always presents challenges. I mean, it's fun. The kids have a blast, and you obviously, as a coach, have to manage that, let them have their fun, but keep them focused. And you got a few years under your belt now with that. So how much does homecoming give you nightmares, and how much do you look forward to it?
Yeah, I told him last night, and I was kind of a pain about this just because I was upset about our focus. I said, I love homecoming for what it is, but I'm not big into all the class competitions and all this. I think there's times when that becomes more of a hindrance on bringing your community together or school together. And I told him, I said, you can't let that, have fun with it, but don't let it get into the middle of our team. And I think that's something that in the past, depending on the kids you have and the leaders that you have on your team, that can become an issue. I truly believe this team won't let that happen, but I guarantee you they're going to be reminded of it. And I think that's something that they have to understand if they want to make something. We've had a special season, but if you really want to make something happen, I mean, you don't have these kind of teams or these opportunities come around every time, every season. This is a great group of kids. They deserve a lot of accolades and a lot of positive things to happen, and we've done a lot of good things this year. But to be truly remembered, we have to keep ourselves together. Playing at Clark on Tuesday is good. We get away from home a little bit. That's okay. We can bond that way. The rest of the week is just kind of, do all the homecoming things and have fun with it. But also understand that Saturday is very important to our season. So we've had very bad, I wouldn't say bad luck, but bad results on a Saturday. We took our 2011 team, which I keep talking about because they're at this time the best record team we've ever had. I think we had 3 losses going into that homecoming tournament, and we went 0 for 5 that day. We lost 5 matches in one day, and we only lost 3 before the whole time, And so you can't just go lay an egg that day and just say, hey, I told the girl, I said, wouldn't it be great to go win this tournament and then come back to the dance and tell everybody you not only is this your homecoming night, but you just won a tournament at Davis County, and that's, I think that's a cool thing to think about, those types of things. And, of course you want to brag a little bit about yourselves and things. And anytime you can beat Davis County, it's always a good thing.
Absolutely. All right. So what's the latest on Taylor Lawson?
I would say, right now, from my coaching standpoint, I don't think she plays volleyball again. I think she's done for the season. We have to get her knee strengthened, get it to the point where she can play basketball. I think everybody knows that she's a basketball player, and if she goes on to future endeavors in college, it's going to be in basketball, it won't be in volleyball. And we need to make sure she's ready to play the season. And I think, her role for our basketball team is a much bigger role than she does for our volleyball team. Not that she wasn't important to us, but her future is basketball. And I think that's something that, if the time comes where she's released and we can talk about her playing again this year, obviously there's going to be some big conversations made. What's best for her also. So I think that's kind of where we're at on that. Obviously I would never have wanted it to happen. Nobody wanted to see her, leave our team in this way, and it's just an unfortunate situation. And hopefully we stay healthy throughout. Obviously our depth has changed a little bit. Our mentality's changed a little bit, but Taylor's still part of our team. She still is. We lose her vocal leadership on the court, and just her presence. But she's, on the sideline the past couple nights has been great. She's she's inspiration for our kids. A lot of our kids just love her, and we love her as coaches, and we just want to see the best things for her. And, she can get back, and we decide it's okay, and it's okay for her to play, then she'll be back. But right now, I'm not banking any money on that one.
And you have a queen on your team now.
Yeah, we do.
How does that go? First practice after, any fun with that?
No, not nothing major. I mean, we've had queens before on our team, so it is what it is. She can't wear a crown, so she's not allowed to wear a crown. Just right there, yeah. It's we kind of tease Alyssa. She likes to be called the queen too, so we kind of have two queens now.
Okay,
but,
all right.
But so I don't know. We'll have fun with it. It is what it is, and I think our girls enjoy it. And congrats to Matt. That's cool for her to have that. And so anyway, yeah, we have another queen, I guess.
All right, you got a whole gym full of queens every night.
Every night, you never know what's going to happen, man.
You bet. All right, well, let's take the Hall of Fame challenge before we let Coach Hill get out of here and see how these guys do. We'll bring over the.
Hey, just real quick, I want to wish Coach Cruz and those cross-country kids good luck next week. He talked about us being in Clark on Tuesday, so we're not going to be around for that, but want to make sure they do well, and it's always great to have people out at that cross-country meet, so too bad we're going to miss it this year.
All right, so here we go. The Power Insurance Hall of Fame Challenge. Last week was a big tie. We've never had one of those before, so it was a fairly tie, and there you go. All right.
Well, we all went from being no first to 4 for 5.
Right. Yeah, it was. Yeah. Thankfully, I was within earshot. I was able to clear up the question a little bit. Okay, write down these. Our topic is the NFL this week, the National Football League. All right, write down these head coaches: Dan Quinn, Gus Bradley, Lovie Smith, Ken Wisenhunt, and spelling is not important here, and Jim Tomsula. Now you must tell me what NFL team those guys are the head coach for. 5 NFL head coaches, and who do they coach? We'll come back and see how they did with the Power Insurance Hall of Fame Challenge, brought to you by Power Insurance of Moravia. Call 724-9000. That's 724-9000.
This is Henry Ortman at the Annuity Shop in Centerville. Since the summer of 1987, I have been helping people with their IRA investments. I have many clients that contribute money into an IRA on a monthly basis, but I also have many retired clients that are receiving money on a monthly basis to help pay bills. That's called cash flow. Having an adequate amount of cash flow is very important. I give people monthly cash flow from their employees' retirement plans. We put the money into an IRA and then set up a systematic withdrawal plan that can be sent directly into your bank account. It's safe and convenient. I have many safe options for your retirement plan distribution from your employer. I'm Henry Ortman at the Annuity Shop in Centerville. I've been in business since 1987.
Hey, sports fans, did you know that Jim Ireland Menswear on the Square in Centerville has a nice selection of Big Reds, Hawkeyes, Cyclones, and even UNI apparel? That's right. If you're looking to show your team spirit, check out Jim Ireland Menswear on the south side of the Centerville Square. You'll find golf shirts, jackets, caps, and sweatshirts, all with your favorite team logos, and all at Jim Ireland Menswear. Jim Ireland Menswear on the south side of the Centerville Square, open Monday through Thursday 9 to 5:30, Fridays 9 to 7, and Saturdays 9 to 5.
The Flower Teak in Centerville is your one-stop shop for all your floral needs. We carry a large selection of fresh-cut flowers, green plants, memorial stones, candles, wreaths, barn quilts, and other great gift ideas. We provide fast, same-day delivery and treat you as our #1 customer. Whether you are planning a large event such as a wedding or simply know someone needing cheering up, we can help. Let our friendly staff help you choose the right flowers or gift to fit your needs. Flower Teak on the northeast corner of the Centerville Square. Call 437-4131, visit flowerteak.com, or find us on Facebook.
Nothing brings out the warmth and style of your home like new flooring. J&L Flooring in Centerville is family-owned and operated, and they're located on the east side of the Centerville Square. Give them a call today at 856-6331. That's 856-6331. J&L Floor Covering carries a complete line of floor coverings at the most competitive prices, and they hire only the most qualified professional installers. Call J&L Flooring today at 641-856-6331. That's 856-6331.
All right, we're taking the Power Insurance Hall of Fame Challenge. Let's see how these guys did tonight. Dan Quinn. Dan Quinn is with the Atlanta Falcons. Gus Bradley is with Jacksonville.
Lovey Smith is with the Buccaneers. How we doing so far? Anybody 3 for 3? One, two. Two. Chad, Josh he's a baseball guy. Ken Wisenhunt is with the Titans nowadays. And Jim Tomzula is with the 49ers. Chad, 4, 2, 3. Chad gets a win. Hey. Off the side. Take that, Kovac. There you go. I bet Kovac wouldn't have got any.
No.
But he didn't know any. He didn't text in, did he? So I bet he didn't know any.
He would have got blanked there.
He would have got shut out, no doubt. We'll grab a break. When we come back, we'll talk football with Coach Chuck Evans. That's next on Hy-Vee's.
Hello, this is Billy Thomas of the Thomas Funeral Home. Have you considered the benefit of advanced funeral planning? You plan for your first car, your first home, your children's college, and your retirement. Planning makes sense. Guaranteed pricing, peace of mind, and the alleviation of stress on your family are just a few of the benefits of advanced funeral planning. Please feel free to pick up the phone or stop by the funeral home with any questions regarding advanced funeral planning.
Call the Thomas Funeral Home in Centerville at 856-4321 or in Bloomfield at 664-2353. Chico Construction provides a complete line of excavating equipment for all your water, sewer, and building needs. Whether it be residential, commercial, or agricultural, Chico Construction can help. Serving Centerville and Southern Iowa for more than 40 years. Call Dave McCann at Chico Construction, 895-1980. That's Dave McCann at 895-1980. Chico Construction. For all your excavating needs, remember,
McCann can.
Sales and Associates Cook Insurance in Centerville and Corridon is proud to be a part of the Pitchfork Show. Give Sales and Associates a call today at 888-767-0239. That's 888-767-0239. Call them locally in Centerville at 856-3375. That's 856-3375. For all your insurance needs, call Sales and Associates Cook Insurance in Centerville and Corridon. Seasons are changing and winter will be here before we know it. So what are you waiting for? It's time to play some golf. Lots of golf before winter. Call the Preserve on Rathbun Lake at 724-1400. That's 724-1400. The Preserve on Rathbun Lake is Southern Iowa's premier 18-hole championship golf course. It is a beautiful facility, and they have a full stock pro shop as well. So you can not only play your best, but you can look your best, and you can have the finest equipment available. The Preserve on Rathbun Lake. Call 724-1400.
You're listening to The Pitch on KCOG Centerville. Time to talk football with Coach Chuck Evans and Big Red Football. And Coach, thanks for stopping out. And this is, well, let's just cut right to the chase tonight. You didn't come alone. You brought your better half out here.
Yeah, very much the better half. My wife Sue was able to be down here this week, getting away from the corporate world of Iowa City, and she said she wanted to come out and see the studio of the pitch. And so I said, okay. I said, we'll wine and dine. I said, we'll go to the Hy-Vee Deli and we'll go to the studio and I'll show you where everything takes place. So I tell her, I usually call home after the show's over with and talk to her, and now she can visually see where all this takes place.
Where the magic happens.
Where the magic happens.
She'll have that visual of Fagin leaning on the trash can.
Yeah.
It's very similar to an ESPN game setup.
Very
close.
Good thing, yeah. There it is.
Now, does she tune in to the show?
Well, she did last, what was it? Yeah. Clark. Yeah, Clark Osceola. She tuned in for that one. Yeah.
Good. Yeah.
So.
Okay.
And she was there Friday Night Live for that one, the onslaught from Albia, but yeah, she tunes in when she can.
Well, and we won't spend a lot of time on the Albia game. I mean, you've been coaching a number of years. Obama said there'd be days like these, I guess. And do you just sweep it under the rug and say, what's the point of dwelling on that and move on to the next game?
Yeah, that's pretty much what we did. Sunday when we brought the kids back in, we watched North Polk. We didn't even watch the Albia film. First of all, there was no purpose in watching the Albia film because we got some kids beat up and injured, and we had some bumps and bruises we had to take care of, and we need to move on. And basically, we got up on the board, just told them that the four games that we have left on our schedule are winnable games. You got to come, be focused, and get ready to play. And basically, Coach Kovacevic had a burial ceremony on Monday behind the white shed of the Albia film, which is being fertilized pretty regularly now behind the white shed. So we'll just leave it at that.
Okay, so I do want to get your comments, you guys. Obviously, it's difficult after a game like that, but this Isley kid, you guys have been around football a long time. This kid's pretty good. He's got a chance to do something special, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. He's got the thing that makes Isley so good, though, and everybody loses the fact that he's big and he's strong. He's 6'2" and 250, let's say. I don't know what he is for sure, but 250. But he's got a good offensive line, and the kid that plays fullback in front of him puts his nose in there and opens up some holes. And Isley can carry people with him. There's no doubt about that. But I was really impressed with how their offensive line got off the ball and played on our side of the defensive line. I will give credit to our defense. The second quarter, they just gave up 7 points and played really hard. Again, it comes back to the offense. We just got to move the ball and keep the defense off the field. But their defense, I really thought their defensive backs this year was probably the best defensive backs I've seen in the Albia bunch. This run that they've been on, they break on the ball so quick, and they're not scared to hit you. They come up and smack you. And I know on a couple punt returns, they just go down with the attitude, we're going to knock you off. If we hit you in the back, we hit you in the back. If the official sees it, fine. If he doesn't, so be it. And they just play with that type of intensity and focus the whole time. And they're pretty impressive. You can understand why they've gotten to the Dome the last couple of years.
All right, well, we'll grab a break. When we come back, we will talk North Polk Alleman, and a game that I think the Big Reds feel like they've got a shot at if we show up ready to go. It's a long bus ride. We'll get Coach's thoughts on that and his thoughts on what he thinks about the game film from North Polk when we come back on Hy-Vee's The Pit.
Henley Dental in Centerville offers a full range of dental services, from regular exams to dental cosmetics. Henley Dental can help with all of your dental needs. Call today at 856-4103. That's 856-4103. They offer Clear Correct and porcelain veneers to help make that smile look better. And Dr. Nick Henley would like to remind you of the importance of scheduling a regular exam. You should have your teeth examined and cleaned every 6 months. To schedule your exam today, call 856-4103. That's 856-4103. Dr. Nick Henley at Henley Dental, 203 West Washington in Centerville.
There's no place like home, and there's no place like Northside Insurance to insure your home. We're your hometown insurance agency, which means we know you by name and will take time to understand your insurance needs. We can also help with your other insurance, such as auto, boat, farm, and business. Together with Allied Insurance, we'll design the insurance package that fits your needs. Call us today at 856-3333.
Quote to claim, we take care of you. Northside Insurance.
They don't build cars like they used to, and they don't repair them like they used to either. Today's vehicles contain advanced, lightweight materials and safety features like crumple zones and airbags that help protect your family. Repairing them properly after a collision requires up-to-date training. RK Auto Body has it. We're among only 10% of shops to meet the industry's highest training standards as a gold-class business. When you pick a collision repair shop, make the smart choice for your family's safety. Choose gold-class trained repair professionals. Choose RK Auto Body. RK Auto Body is located at 21317 Highway J46 Centerville, or call them at 641-856-2500. Founded in 1864, the Daily Iowegian is one of the oldest businesses in Centerville. Keep up on local news, sports, and all community events by reading the Daily Iowegian. You'll also find them online at dailyiowegian.com. That's dailyiowegian.com, where you'll find the latest in local news and much more. Subscribe today by calling 856-6336. That's 856-6336. The Daily Iowegian, the newspaper that cares about Appanoose County.
Hello, this is Billy Thomas of the Thomas Funeral Home. Have you considered the benefit of advanced funeral planning? You plan for your first car, your first home, your children's college, and your retirement. Planning makes sense. Guaranteed pricing, peace of mind, and the alleviation of stress on your family are just a few of the benefits of advanced funeral planning. Please feel free to pick up the phone or stop by the funeral home with any questions regarding advanced funeral planning.
Call the Thomas Funeral Home in Centerville at 856-4321 or in Bloomfield at 664-2353. Chico Construction provides a complete line of excavating equipment for all your water, sewer, and building needs. Whether it be residential, commercial, or agricultural, Chico Construction can help. Serving Centerville and Southern Iowa for more than 40 years. Call Dave McCann at Chico Construction, 895-1980. That's Dave McCann at 895-1980. Chico Construction. For all your excavating needs, remember,
McCann.
Sales and Associates Cook Insurance in Centerville and Corydon is proud to be a part of the Pitch Sports Show. Give Sales and Associates a call today at 888-767-0239. That's 888-767-0239. Call them locally in Centerville at 856-3375. That's 856-3375. For all your insurance needs, call Sales and Associates Cook Insurance in Centerville and Corydon. Seasons are changing and winter will be here before we know it. So what are you waiting for? It's time to play some golf. Lots of golf before winter. Call the Preserve on Rathbun Lake at 724-1400. That's 724-1400. The Preserve on Rathbun Lake is Southern Iowa's premier 18-hole championship golf course. It is a beautiful facility, and they have a full-stocked pro shop as well. So you can not only play your best, but you can look your best, and you can have the finest equipment available. The Preserve on Rathbun Lake. Call 724-1400.
You're listening to The Pitch on KCOG Centerville. Russ Ocker, Chadley Koestner, Josh Bryce, and we're joined by Coach Chuck Evans. And, all right, Coach, let's talk North Pole Calaban. First things first, it's probably your longest bus ride of the year up there. The treat of it is, from what I understand, maybe as nice a facilities as we'll play on this year, too.
Yeah, my oldest son, Travis, he coaches at Conrad Farrar, and they played North Polk basketball this year. It was a Saturday game, so Sue and I was able to go up, and A, you know, I like watching my son's teams play. They always play hard and everything, and B, was they're playing at North Polk, so I wanted to go up and kind of scout the field and see what we're going to be, you know, pulling up to play at this year. And they do have outstanding facilities. Turf field, you know, nice visiting bleachers, the press box, the whole setting is done real well. So it's going to be, yes, it'll be one of the better fields that we play on. Obviously, turf. We haven't been on turf since Oskaloosa playoff game a couple years ago. So this week in practice, we've been kind of stressing the fact to our punt return people and kickoff return and all that. Catch the ball. Don't let it bounce, because you don't know where it's going to bounce on that turf field. So, yeah, it's going to be about a 2-hour, 15-minute bus ride up, and it could be a long bus ride home if we don't get the job done, or it could be a short bus ride home. So we got to go up there and play them, and last year they came down to our place and kind of handled us at homecoming, so we love to return the favor back to their place because it is homecoming for them.
All right, so talk to me about what you've seen on film from these guys. Visiting with Chad earlier, it sounds like they like to chuck it around the ball field a little bit.
Yeah, they do. They got 3 great wide receivers. We go by numbers. Number 8, he's probably one of the fastest, quickest kids we'll see this year, and they try to get him the ball. But they also have number 5, number 16, and number 11. So they got a combination of those. The quarterback's left-handed, loves to throw the deep ball. Their coach is of the opinion that it could be 4th and 14, and the ball on their own 40-yard line or 35-yard line, they're going for it. They don't really kick or punt the ball that much. So he's kind of a riverboat gambler. So when you say you're in 4-down territory, man, if they cross their own 35, they're in 4-down territory. So our defense has got to be ready to play 4 downs. They're not going to get a 4th and punt situation and go back and return the punt. On defense, they run basically a 3-5-3, but usually roll up the outside linebackers, make it a 53 formation. Number 32, middle linebacker, is an outstanding kid, a young kid. I think he's just a sophomore, and he just flies the football. But one of the things that we've noticed that gives us the flats, and if we bust through that first line of defense, then we'll get into that secondary type things, and we can make some things happen there. So we have our work cut out for us, just like any week. But winnable game, yeah, I think we can do some things. I know Kovac's been really working hard, putting game plan together from the defensive side, and I've been doing the same thing from the offensive side. And Chad's had his work cut out for him getting the defensive backs to stay back. You don't come up and help because the minute you do that, they go running behind you. So they come out with different formations. They're all over the field. They run some motion. They take number 8 and take him. He could be in the backfield. He could be clear out in the slot. He could be on the wide receiver on one side. So we have to recognize where he's at and what he's doing. And they do have some tendency to have certain formations of run and pass. So we'll have to take that. And defensively, they're just going to put their people up in front and say, hey, you can't run over us, and hopefully we can get the job done.
Let's start with our defense then. Is it throwing the ball around? Obviously, we are young in the defensive secondary. So what approach do you take there? Will we see a lot of defensive backs out there? I guess the nickel and dime stuff?
Well, we've got a number of different types of coverages that we'll use. We'll go zone, we'll switch up to a man-to-man. But I guess the basic line is we got to get pressure on the quarterback and not give him time to throw and keep him in the pocket. If our ends take an inside-out approach and he bucks it to the outside, he can run quite a ways, and he's a pretty good running quarterback. So we got to make sure that we get pressure on him. We got various stunts that we'll try to do, and we got to really rely on our free safety, Hunter Cowan, who's the senior, to make sure that our sophomores, like you said quite well, are positioned correctly so that when they do come out and they start throwing the ball all over the place, that we got guys in the right location. And it's hard to determine yet, but it looks like they just come out and get set over the ball and don't come from the huddle. So that's another perspective you're going to have to go. They probably could go at a fast, no-huddle, quick pace, and so we got to get our people ready to go. And then we've been working this week of getting a lot fresh legs in, Colton DeBoer and some of the Tommy Matley and some other people going in there to give Dan Harris and Carson Donovan a rest on the inside, because it's going to be one of those games where you just have to keep running and keep on your feet, because I don't see it being one of those 3 yards in a cloud of dust.
When you look at their defense and you talk about them basically challenging you physically, does it look like we'll have the opportunity to throw the ball a little bit?
Yeah, we will. We'll have an opportunity to throw the ball. Based on practice tonight, you would probably say, no, you're not going to have an opportunity because we didn't block very well. But it's Wednesday night. Hopefully we get that one out of our system. But we've been working really hard with the offensive line this week and trying to get the guys to come together. At the start of practice this week, we thought we lost 2 of them. Nathan Grothy, who will not play this Friday night due to a concussion he received against Albia. And then we thought Creighton Mihalovich would be out too, but he's gotten clearance to go ahead and play this Friday. And so he's kind of working himself back into shape and into a starting role there. And so we just got to get it done. The kids are very capable of doing it. We saw it in Knoxville in the first half, how they could get off the ball and get into people, and we could throw it. And that's the type of effort that we need against North Polk. If we get that effort, which we know is there, we'll be in good shape. If we don't, then it's going to be a lot of things that we've seen throughout the season, I hate to say, but we're trying real hard. We're pulling out every stop we can figure out. We've gone from being Mr. Nice Cop to Bad Cop to Yelling Cop to any type of cop you can think of to try to get the switch going. And we still got basically 48 hours to find that hot button. And I told one of the coaches leaving the field tonight, I said, well, maybe I'll take away their cell phones. Maybe that'll get them fired up. So we're going to do something. I'll guarantee you that.
If you look at the schedule and you talk about all the games left being winnable games, ultimately we're still in contention for a playoff spot. You pretty much have to win Friday night.
Yeah, you got to win Friday night. And I've never lied to the kids. I tell them the truth. And, then we got, like I said, the goals on the board Sunday when we met for films. I said, we won't get Highway 5 trophy. I said, that's gone. That's done for this year. But everything else that you want to get done, if you want to get to the homecoming, we know how important homecoming is around here. We got Fort Madison, so we got that one there. The parents of Davis County, we got that one. So, we haven't played those games yet. And I said, if we win out, go 4 out, and go 4-0 in the next game, then we're in the playoffs. And so now we're playing, that 10th game. And, I always tell the kids, rightfully so, I can guarantee you 4 games. But if you want the 5th game or the 10th game, however you want to look at it, that's up to you. And it's there for them. And that's what's so frustrating right now is It's not a coach hyping the team saying you got to play above your capabilities to win this game. No, just give us your capabilities and give us the effort like you did against Knoxville, and we'll be in good shape. And I'll be satisfied with that because these teams that we're going to play, North Polk does throw the ball all over the place, and Fort Madison runs, and Davis County is kind of like us, is trying to find an offense. And CMB is running into some injury bugs, kind of like us too. So they're all there for the taking, but our young men have to realize that it's there. They just have to come out, be focused, and ready to play.
Talking Big Red football with Coach Chuck Evans. We got just a couple of minutes left. Coach, you've been at this sport a long time. It seems like we're losing a kid every week to a concussion. Head injuries are at the forefront of this sport from the NFL right on down. Does it seem, is this typical in all your years of coaching? Do you expect to lose a kid every week to a concussion, or what's going on?
No, I think it's a process of education from the standpoint of, I think a lot of kids now, when back in the day when I played and everything, kids would get their bell rung. That'd be the term, where they would get not maybe a headache or anything, but just kind of little, kind of dizziness and shake it off and they get ready to go. Now with the information that we have, and coaches' responsibility and liability to the thing, we're overly cautious, rightfully so. We don't want a kid to, be paralyzed. We don't want a kid to have lingering effects. So we take the extra step. So maybe 10 or 15 years ago, we would just say, hey, you know where you're at, you know what the score is, yeah, okay, get back in there. Now we have a trainer on the sidelines, or the trainer when we're on the road. We use the visiting team, our home team's trainer. We go through all this stuff. We make sure that he's okay. We make sure the trainer's okay, that he's good to go. If we have any doubt, we pull him out and let the family doctor make that decision. So, kids are being watched closer now than we used to. The education on concussions is more knowledgeable, and so everybody has to play their role. So we do the best we can, and I think I know I've talked to some other coaches, and they're going through the same thing. So I think it's just a sign of the times, quite honestly.
We want to thank all of our fine sponsors on the show each and every week, and of course our presenting sponsor, Hy-Vee. Now remember, next week's a busy week for us on the pitch. We'll have our regular show out here on Wednesday night, and then we have a pregame show, a special edition pregame starting at 5:30 down there from Homecoming next Friday night that Josh and I have been doing for several years. Started with Chad and I right down on the field, and then Coach Evans decided that he could use Chad more in his coaching staff, and we could use him in radio work. So we lost him.
He might be rethinking
the Homecoming show, but we should have him back soon, right? Yeah, there you go. Coach, some final thoughts?
Yeah, I'd just like to congratulate the junior high football program. They had a real nice win last night, the 7th and 8th grade boys against Knoxville. And according to Coach Kovac, our master scheduler, there is a game tomorrow night with 8th and 7th grade down to Paul Johnson Field. And I hope people can come out and watch those young men go at it, because they're showing some great football talent out there that's playing well as a team. And it's always exciting to see the little guys, as I refer to them. Someday they'll be the big guys, but the little guys have fun playing Big Red football.
Well, I have to tell you before we wrap up that it could be fisticuffs, me and Sue, before we get out of here tonight. She's apparently a bigger Cardinal fan than you and Josh, and so you're running a little extra help for this playoff push, I see. So somebody better stay between us here. They could get pretty rough. So I want to thank everybody for tuning in, all of our fine sponsors. Don't forget Mike O'Connor and Mark Decker will have the play-by-play action from North Polk on Friday night right here on KCOG. Thanks, everybody. Until next time, I'm Russ W. Ocker for Chad Lee and Josh Rice saying so long.